I know something about you. What if I can tell you I can predict exactly what you're doing every single day? What if I can tell you I know exactly where you're going to end up in business by the end of this month if I just observe you for 1 week? There are a few different elements that will help you predict success in your business, and definitely many red flags that are going to show you exactly that you are on the wrong path. So on this Yup Daily, I'm going to be giving you a whole lot of love on how to predict exactly and project the right results in many different ways. But before we do so, my name is Ali Midawi, Global Master Trainer of the Young Entrepreneur Project. And allow me to welcome a few of you in here who are going to be probably from all around the world, starting with the one and only Mary, all the way from England. Glad to have you in here. Hey, Deborah Andrews from Colorado, I believe. Who else we got on? And by the way, feel free to tag a friend who needs to hear this message, because we are on the second day of the month and there are a lot of people who would like to know exactly what to do. Hey, Sydney, if you're watching from a Facebook group, make sure that you are allowing StreamYard to give you authorization to show your name so we can give you a shout out. Good morning, Cindy from Denver. How you doing, my friend? Hello, what's going on, Parinda from Chicago? It must be cold, cold, cold out there. Good morning from Jacksonville, Florida, John Jennings. Good morning, my friend. Hello, sweet home, Alabama. What's going on? What's going on? All right, so guess what? It is Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about how to successfully create a game plan to project your success moving forward for the remainder of this March Madness. So if you are ready, drop March Madness in the comment, because I'm about to give you some madness. So the very first thing that I like to share with everybody as far as predicting the end result is to identify the end goal. So what is your end goal? What are you trying to achieve for this month for yourself in your business? Are you trying to double the customer acquisition that you have? Are you trying to 10x your organization? Are you trying to hit a new rank in your compensation plan? What is the end goal itself? Now, however ambitious the end goal is, you must match it with a ridiculous, radical amount of work ethic. Work ethic such as income producing activities, not just when you feel good, but at a consistent level. So how do I know that you are going to be consistent with your income producing activities to achieve that goal that we're talking about? Well, let me see your calendar. See, if I take a peek at your calendar, I'll know exactly what kind of activities you're going to have. Therefore, I can tell you income, 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 or waste of time, waste of time, waste of time, or liability, 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 or delay, delay, delay. Now, I am not saying creating an image for Canva is not important, but I believe making money to outsource Canva to a virtual assistant is a lot smarter. I don't know about you, but I'd rather outsource and delegate. So instead of me doing what would be a $5 to $10 an hour work on Canva, I'd rather make $1,000 an hour as an entrepreneur and an executive that I am. So what is on your goal? How much of it is income producing activities on a daily consistent basis? And is it documented in your calendar? If it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist, because it's like a date. If you don't put it on your calendar, you're not just going to show up and hopefully the date shows up and meet up with you, right? It is pre-organized. It is arranged. You got to do the same exact thing, and you have to stop negotiating with success. How many of you find yourself negotiating with success? You find yourself doing something like, maybe I should try something else. Maybe I should try YouTube. Yeah, because this Facebook thing is not really working. Maybe I shouldn't make phone calls. Maybe I should start texting. Maybe the texting is not working. Maybe I should start mass mailing. See, that is you negotiating instead of just focusing on a consistent basis on income producing activities. So, step number 1, open that calendar. Step number 2, make sure you fill it up with income producing activities, such as prospecting, or as I like to call it, pre-qualifying. Number 2, follow-ups. There are many people you spoke to over the months, over the years. You need to follow up with those individuals. Number 3, expose/enroll. Expose/enroll. No matter what business, you could be at a restaurant. If you're not exposing your menu online, if you're not doing marketing or advertisements or attracting people, people are not going to come to spend money. So you need to create exposures. The same thing goes for online businesses or direct sales. If there are no exposures happening every hour of the day, every hour that there is no exposure is a $0 hour. Again, I can predict the success in your business by what you have in your calendar itself. So how many exposures are you creating this week? How many opportunities to showcase your business are you going to have this week? Or are you just going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show until somebody says, nice post? And then you're going to go to them and say, hey, what are you doing Thursday? I got something to show you. That stuff doesn't work. You must work. Why is this something that I know for a fact works? Well, I'll put it in simple terms. If you are a business owner, a traditional business owner, drop in the comment, biz owner. If you are an employee, drop in the comment, employee. And if you are a full-time online entrepreneur, network marketer, coach, or what have you, drop on the comment, full-time online entrepreneur. Now, why am I asking you to do this? Because if you are in one of those 3 categories, I guarantee you one thing. You work every single hour of the workday. See, an employee, you'll do an 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 or 8 to whatever it may be, a full-time, part-time job. You still work every single hour. If you do not work the hour itself, what happens? You're not getting paid for that hour. So you absolutely do make sure that you have income-producing activities. Business owner, what do you do throughout the business day? You are finding ways to create more revenue, to minimize payroll, and make sure that the business is flowing every single hour of the day. Why? Because you got those heavy bills that are going to hit you at the end of the month: the lease, the taxes, the deliverables, the shopping, everything that you have to do for your business. You got those. Those are residual bills that are going to hit you in the face. You need to maintain every hour to make income. Online successful full-time entrepreneurs, what do you do every single hour? I can attest to that one. Every single hour of the day, I am working. If I'm not doing an income-producing activity, that's 1 hour that I'm not getting paid for, that I got to make sure I find somewhere else. This is why specifically online entrepreneurs, we are the 8 to faint kind of people. We go all out until crack of dawn and late nights, and that's because we identify, man, I just burned 3 hours through a non-income producing activity, and therefore it yields to lack of income. So again, your calendar is the very first sign whether I'm going to make some money. If your calendar is blank, man, I tell you, you got a blank check coming your way, and not one of those that you can fill out on your own. No, it's just a $0 amount. All right, so that's the first thing. Number 2, based on your activity. Do you know that I can predict who you are based on what's on your social media newsfeed? Based on what you like? Do you know that whenever you like something, we all see it? All of us. You know, it's like my wife always tells me, is like, you like Kim Kardashian, huh? I'm like, why? She's like, you like all of her pictures. Busted. Guess what? I see everything that you like on every single timeline, on every single newsfeed. And it tells me how frequent you are. There are people who are literally sharing like ridiculous, crazy videos all day long. I mean, there are people that I see, they share on Instagram every hour a meme or another video about something that has nothing to do with business. Nothing at all. And guess what's going on through my head? This person just posted every hour of the day. That means they're not working their business. They're distracted with funny cat videos. So what kind of activity are you doing? How are you maintaining focus? How are you creating a winning environment? We don't have cable TV in our home. That was done for a reason. It's been almost 5 years that we don't. That's because we created a negative free environment, or that will be a positive environment. Yeah. So we control the language, the sound, the energy in our home. There's nothing but happiness in our home. Many people have TV in the background. Let me see what's in your playlist on your phone. What are you listening to? You can jam to music every now and then. I do that. Listen to comedy shows. I do that. But boy, let me tell you, 12 hours out of the day, if I'm not talking to you like I am right now, I have an audiobook that is playing, that is feeding this brain, because my brain thirsts for education, for learning, for getting my mind fed. So if I look in your playlist or on your history on your phone, whether it's videos or audios or whatever it may be, what will I see? Will I see income driven activities, meaning something that's going to prepare me for this Yelp Daily, something that's going to prepare me to create a module, something that's going to make me better at generating more revenue or attracting more people? Or is it a funny meme, a scroll hole on TikTok while I'm watching for an hour and a half every single dancer around the world doing this and that? I am not a TikToker, if you can't tell. That was horrible. So your activity, along with your calendar, can predict the type of results you're going to have. Now there's the third piece. This piece right here, this is the missing element. This is how you can actually predict if I'm going to have an exciting month or not. And that is your feelings. I know, I'm not trying to get cuckoo, crazy, feeling emotional on you. But your feelings is the very first indicator of your mindset and on your behavior. See, your feelings tell you exactly, first of all, who you are. See, if you feel sad, that means that you are not a happy, attractive person in terms of your energy, your vibe. See, if you get upset and cranky for no reason, you're repulsing everybody around you because you're driving that energy. Your feelings are the very first indicators of how is my day going to be driven. Now, I know I shared this a long time ago, but I think it's time to bring it back by popular demand. TFAR. Somebody write that acronym in the chat. TFAR. TFAR. So what does that really come down to when it comes to that acronym itself? So the T stands for thoughts. See, your thoughts are the very first genesis of anything and everything that's going to happen throughout your whole day. You know, the concept of thoughts become things. I'm about to give you the science behind it instead of just, I'm going to say, I'm thinking about it and it shall come to me. Thoughts are the creators of everything that is around us. You think about a house first, and then you write it on a blueprint, and then you get the tools for it, and then you start building it, and then it becomes a house. But it all started in here, right? A PowerPoint. It started with a thought of the vision that I have of how it's going to look like, and then I go ahead and I start creating and editing and adjusting, and it becomes a PowerPoint or what have you. So the thought is how we initiate every single thing. So it is very important for you to be very aware of the thoughts that are going on through your mind. Last week in Kansas City, Christina Perry, our CSO, and I were having conversations about, like, you know, sometimes you get these weird thoughts out of nowhere, and I try to block him out, you know, like negative thoughts. You try to block him out. So those thoughts, they lead to your feelings. See, when I think about right now being in Bora Bora, in my little cabana with my feet just dangling on clear waters, my wife is right there next to me, kids are playing in the background, man, that feels good just to think about it, right? So the thought that I just had created the feeling that I just felt. So the feeling itself is going to drive my activity. This is when we are on conventions with motivational speakers. They say things like, imagine yourself with $1 million in your hand right now. Imagine yourself flying first class. Imagine yourself. See, they initiate a thought that will immediately give you the feeling. And then you walk out of that convention saying, oh man, I'm ready to go. 90-day blitz. Here I am. I'm about to make it happen. I'm about to be the best of the best. Guess what? The thoughts created the feeling. Now the feeling of, I got this, I am the best, I am motivated, I am energized, all the endorphins are where they belong, 75 trillion cells in my body are following my commands. Then you have the activity. You're making the phone calls, you're sending the messages, you're doing all things that you are required to do in order for you to create that initial thought of what you were going to have. Then once you achieve those activities, you're going to have the results. That's when you become a top earner, a top producer, and you're doing life the fun way that you want it, right? So thoughts initiate feelings, feelings initiate action, action will initiate results. Now, let's use that very same beautiful example that I just gave you. Here's what most people do. They don't think about Bora Bora or private jet. Here's what they think about. Oh man, what if I don't make it? What if I don't have money? What if I don't rank advance? What if nobody listens to me? What if nobody wants to be part of my community or my business? What if negative thoughts? You know, what if that date doesn't work out? What if the job doesn't pay me on time? What if? Those negative thoughts create what? That bad feeling. Oh, it's Monday. I hate Mondays. And then whoop, your whole body language, your whole energy is shut down. You're feeling yucky. You're feeling like you don't want to do anything or talk to anyone. And guess what that bad feeling yields to? No action, no activity, lack of activity. Now you're like, it's Monday, you know, it's another day. It's another day, another dollar. No, doesn't have to be. And then that lack of activity yields no results. And then you come back home and you're like, today was horrible. I got to do this all over again. Tuesday, my God, it's only Tuesday. And then negative thoughts, negative feelings, negative actions, negative results. And you're stuck on this rat race over and over and over and over and over again. This is why I want you to be extremely aware of everything that is initiated in here, and your feelings is the best indicator. Our thoughts are subconscious. We can't control them. We cannot be even aware of them. I know when I'm sad or I'm upset. Like all of us know and are aware of our feelings. So use your feelings as your check engine light that's telling you you got the wrong thoughts. And those wrong thoughts are going to keep you in this wrong feeling. And this wrong feeling is not going to give us the activity we want, Ali. And these activities that we are not taking right now, or the bad activities that we're doing, are going to yield bad results. So I ask of you, let me recap. Number one, what's in your calendar? I should have done it with what's in your wallet voice. What's in your calendar? Number two, what kind of day-to-day activities are you taking? Like, what are you doing? Are you scrolling? Are you commenting and liking to get engagement, which is great? But do you stop at 20 minutes or you keep watching ridiculous videos and watching the news or whatever it may be? What are the activities that you're doing every hour of the day that is going to yield a dollar amount on a consistent basis? And last but not least, mind your thoughts, because they create your feelings, and your feelings are the indicator of what kind of activities or no activities you're about to take, and then obviously what kind of results or no results you are about to have. TFAR has made a big difference for me. By the way, Bob Proctor teaches, that's why I learned it for the very first time. That's the gentleman that was in the documentary The Secret, one of the best philosophers and motivational speakers that I've ever seen. But in any case, so I hope that TFAR part has been a nugget that's going to make a difference for you. Let me know in the comment, what was the biggest takeaway, or what do you feel like you need to work on out of the three elements? Is it the calendar that you got to do better at? Is it the day-to-day hourly activity that you have to do better at? Or is it your thoughts and your feelings that you have to be more aware of? The reason I ask, because if you identify the opportunities that you have, I don't even want to call them problems, the opportunities that you have, you can act on them and you can fix what needs to be fixed. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself just in the wilderness of life. You're thinking that you're working while you're scrolling. You're thinking that you're supposed to be making money while all you've done was just engage with the wrong people. You're thinking that life is good while deep inside, you're not even satisfied or happy with what you have going on because your feelings are yucky. So I hope this helped you out. Do me a favor. Drop a golden comment, whatever makes the most sense for you, whatever you took away. This is where you become the teacher and you reiterate certain points for everybody that is watching the replay after you. And feel free to start a watch party. Feel free to tag someone who definitely needs to hear this message. And just a reminder for our community members, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be educating about our wellness vertical for entrepreneurs. We do not take care of our bodies at all. So one important vertical that we have is how to be an entrepreneur, busy, working day in and day out, but still maintain a healthy body. And we do it all through a very simple, drinkable system. So I cannot wait for you all. So that's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or just simply go to discoverflux.com. That is discoverflux.com. And you'll have the opportunity. If somebody can actually drop it in a comment, I would appreciate it. Discoverflux.com. And you'll be able to get a full view on our wellness vertical within our entrepreneurial community. Now, with that, I appreciate you and I thank you. And for those of you that I'm going to see throughout the day, let's make it an hourly payday. If not, I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a good day, everybody.